Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Tech Data Engineer. So today we will see what is data lake and delta lake. Why delta lake comes into picture when already there was a data lake. Okay, so basically, what is delta lake? So delta lake is a open source storage layer that bring AC transactions to Apache Sparks and bring big data workload. Okay, so before going deep into Delta Lake, first we will understand what is Data Lake. So data lake was nothing. Data lake was a data lake is a centralized repository that allow you to store all your structured and unstructured data at scale. Okay, so it is a storage area where you can store either structured or unstructured data. Okay, so suppose if you talk about the data warehouse, so data warehouse always take the, you can say, your structured and semi-structured data. Unstructured data you can't store. So data lake is centralized repository where that allow you to store your structured, like any CSV file or any RDBMS data. Unstructured data like any audio, video files, or different types of semi-structured data also. Okay, so it retains raw data in its native format. So whenever you want to retrieve the data, retain the data, so data is there in the original state, like you will not get any transform data and all. Okay, so that is basically data lake. It's a simple storage area where you can store all type of you can say your data. Then now comes to delta lake. So delta lake is that is the extended feature of data lake. So delta lake is a open source storage layer that brings reliability, performance, and AC transaction support to data lakes. Okay, so there are certain features like reliability, performance, and AC transaction support to data lake. Okay, that is basically enhancing the capabilities of traditional data lake. Okay, so data lake is nothing but it brings certain features like acid properties, you can time travel, and many more that we will see in the later in this video. So that brings the all this functionality. That's why delta lakes comes into picture. Okay, so we will see how we are so before going into that, we will see what is acid properties first. Okay, so acid basically each terms acid property is a set of principle basically that is applied on databases. Okay, so that is ensure the reliability processing of database transactions. Okay, so in acid, the A stands for atmosity. Atmosity means atmosity ensure that a transactions is treated as a single individual unit of work. That means either all operations within the transaction are completed successfully or none are completed. So atmosity means either all the transaction will complete or none will complete. So so here we will understand with a simple scenario. It's a bank transaction. So consider a bank transfer operation that involve deducting money from one account and adding to the other. So suppose I am transferring money from my account to different account. So if deduction is successful, so but the additions fail, so Atmosity ensure that transaction is rolled back. So no money is moved. So suppose I am doing some transactions, and so my money got deducted, suppose, and that is not got added to the different person's account. So what it will happen, it will roll back to my account again, like my amount got reversal to my account. So either it will happen completely or it will not happen. That is called atmosity. Okay, now again the next one is consistency. So consistency ensure that a transaction takes the database from one valid state to another valid maintaining all predefined rules, constraints, and integrity. So again we will see the example. If a database has a rule that no account can go below zero, okay, so it will always maintain the consistency. So suppose in your saving account, so you will not get, so you will do the, if you do the transactions, and if your money is zero, then you can't do the transactions. So there's certain limits, like you can only take that money whatever there in your account. So certain constraints is defined on your saving account, so that will violate the rule. So there you will find the consistency. Okay. Now, third is isolation. So, isolations ensure that transactions are executed independently of one another. Intermediate state of transactions should not be visible to the other transactions. Okay, so if let us consider if two transactions are occurring simultaneously, one transferring money between account and other querying the balance of one of those account. So isolation, so there are two operations, one is the transferring account to other account and other is the checking the balance. So these two are the different transactions, but that will not, you can say, but I so but isolation guarantee that the querying transactions see a stable state of the data, right? So suppose if you'll do the transactions and if that money is there, then if you'll do the check balance, so either it will show the data after transaction or before transaction. So isolation would be there. So there is no confusion that okay, sometimes it will show before that and after that amount. Okay, so either it will show before transactions or after transaction data. Okay, it will, there would be isolation for that. Okay. Then durability. So durability ensures that once a transaction is committed, it remains permanent even in the event of system crash. Okay, so suppose you have done some transaction, it got committed, so data would be there if there is a physical crash also. Okay, so suppose after a successful bank transfer, if the system crashes immediately afterward, the change made like update balance are stored in the durable manner like disk, so ensuring they are not lost. Okay, so that is called durability. So these are the features basically Delta Lake brings into Data Lake. Okay, so Delta Lake is a powerful storage layer that enhance the capabilities of Data Lake. Okay, particularly in the context of big data analytics. So here we will see some feature of Delta Lake. Okay, so first is the ACID transaction. So we have already seen all the acronym of ACID. So atomicity, consistency, isolation, durability. It will maintain all these things. Okay. Now, the second feature was schema enforcement and evaluation. So, in schema enforcement, data lake can enforce schema on data, ensuring that incoming data adhere to predefined structure. So, schema enforcement means there should be some certain predefined structure, and that data should be that upcoming data should follow. So this prevent the corrupt data from being written. So if there is a corrupt data, automatically it will get discarded. So because of this feature we are because of so these are the features that is there in the Delta Lake, and it was not there earlier with the data lake. Then schema evaluation. So schema evaluations allow change to schema, adding new column, changing data type without need to rewrite existing data. Okay, so you can change the data, we don't have to rewrite. So this flexibility is crucial in rapidly evolving data environment. Okay, so suppose there is already a data, and if you want to add some new column or change the structure like data type and all, you can change it, so you don't have to rewrite again the existing data. Then that is one of the most important feature, that is the time travel. So time table, what is time table? Basically that is there with Snowflake also. So Delta Lake maintains a history of change to data, enabling user to track back in the time. Okay, to query previous version. This feature support auditing. So suppose user want that previous data like 2 months, 2 week data or 2 hours back data, what they have done the query and now what is the data. So they can go back to the time and they can query that particular time stamp data. Okay, so auditing user can track change over time for compliance and auditing purpose. So now the data structure got changed, the schema got changed. Now if you wanted to see the previous 10 minute what was the schema for that, then you will go in travel back in time and then you can query the data. So the data recovery, if an error occurs, user can restore data to previous state. So data recovery is also one of the feature of time travel. Okay, Then unified batch and streaming. So Delta Lake basically support both batch and streaming data processing seamlessly. This means user can handle real time data stream alongside historical batch data. Okay, simplifying workflow and reducing the complexity of data pipeline. Then performance optimization, so data caching. So performance optimization, how it will work? So basically frequently access data can be cached to improve the read performance. So how we are doing in case of our PySpark, like suppose there is certain actions are getting performed like count or some different, so you are just catching that. You are not calculating again and again, you are catching or persisting certain persisting, and then you are using that. Okay, so data catching will help to improve the read performance. Then optimize command. So delta lake basically includes command to optimize data layout and compact small files, enhancing query performance and reducing the latency. So these are the optimized command we can use. Basically j ordering. So j ordering feature allow data to be organized based on the specific column. So suppose you want to order your table based on certain column, so then you can do that, and that will basically help us to filter on those columns. We help to speed up the query based on that column. Okay, so these are the feature you can use that. Then now compatibility and integration. So Apache Spark, so basically Delta Lake is built to work seamlessly with Apache Spark. Okay, so which is widely used for big data processing, Delta Lake. Okay, so it leverages Spark capability for data processing while adding the transaction integrity. So it can use the Apache Spark seamlessly. Data Lake can work with the various data sources and things, making it versatile to different ecosystem. Okay, so there are lot many features. And then open source community. So basically these are the open source community where you can use all this, and you can contribute to this community also. So if we'll talk about some use case related to data lake, so data lake is particularly useful in a scenario where there is a data warehousing. So for organization looking to build modern data warehouse that combine the scalability of data lake with reliability and traditional database, then you can use that. So one use case is the data warehousing. Other is a machine learning. So basically this facilitate model training and iteration by providing the reliable access to historical data. Then ETL process, so we can use enhance the extract transform load workflow by allowing robust handling of data ingestion, cleansing and transformation. Okay, so these are the features which basically Delta Lakes brings to the data lake. Okay, so earlier data lake, these are not, so these features are not available. Now because of these features, many of the applications and organizations using the Delta Lake, and this is one of the most important topic also, that is mostly asked when you are working as a data warehouse designing, or if you wanted to a storage system to be integrated with your Apache Spark, how you are storing and handling. So all this coding perspective we will see with a simple project. We will explain in the next upcoming video how we are leveraging your solution with a data lake and Delta Lake, and then we will see that solutions. Okay, thank you, thanks for watching.